Off and rolling, live on Tube and live on Talk. Okay, fun stuff. Oh, I can understand more. There, now I got them kind of side by side. Okay, there, I did the thing. Far too long. It has been a long time. I haven't been live on Tube in so long, but life be life, and like I really got kicked in the teeth here for the last month, and I'm taking my case off. My case is very, very scratched and fuzzy. And so I like, in order to get the best camera, I have to take my screen off. Hi, Alicia. Um life just be struggling. Okay, but let's do a time limit on this thing though, because I can take off and I can go live for what feels like forever. Hi, Jules. What do we want to talk about? See, now I need a topic. Now I'm all like, we were talking about stickers. I do need to someday I'll clean off my table. Today's not that day. Like today's just not that day. Oh man. Well, have a good time in class, Jolene. At least you don't have to go to work and pay bills for a living. Oh, so. Oh, gotcha, Felix. No worries. Okay, so why don't we talk about Tazzy? Taz is like the big dude, right? So everybody loves him. Really, Taz is just like living his best life right now. He's out in the pasture. It's been cold here. Like it just refuses to get warm. So there has not been like any riding, any practicing. The girls have been going to softball, so they've had softball games and softball practice. Bye, Jules. Have a great day. Thank you. Morning, Bo. So hi, Colleen. So Taz is kind of just living his best life, like doing the thing. Nothing really crazy is going on with him. I did opt to put shoes back on them. So yesterday the farrier came and I was torn. I was gonna pull shoes off. I did decide to keep shoes on. I did one more round. It was probably a really dumb idea financially, but I didn't get to talk to him before he came out to tell him what was going on. Excuse me. So I did one more round of shoes and we'll see what happens. If I'm really fortunate, I can keep them on for the summer. And then pull them off probably in August or September. We'll see how that goes. Everything's just kind of dictated on income. Alicia says I get to take care of Australian wildlife. Oh my gosh, I would love that. Actually, I really want to go to Australia. That's like my dream vacation. My dream vacation was always to spend a week in the outback and a week on the reef. That's what I want to do. So that'd be pretty cool. That's okay, Kate. You have a good day. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. I don't think I did. Okay. Hi, Ashlyn. I'm hoping so, Shelby. I'm hoping I can get just 1 or 2 rounds in them. Yeah, spiders. I don't like spiders. They freak me out. I wish you guys on Tube could see the comments that roll in on the talk. Reset Meg, he does a reset every, I think it was 6 weeks. This next one might be 7 weeks though. It's usually 6 or 7 weeks is when my farrier comes out. So, and he increased his prices, so now it's $225 a set. So every time he does a reset, it's $225. Oh my gosh, Ashlyn, that's crazy. You're halfway through. Time flies so fast. How does that even happen? Wow. She's halfway through her pregnancy. That's insane. I literally remember when you told me. Huh. That's nuts. But plan for Taz and Ember for this year is to really just not do a whole lot, like a whole bunch or a whole lot. So because of the financial situation, money's just tight, right? So we should be able to get Harvey through training, like up until the world show, and then it's paying for the shows, and then all the like anything else in between that'll be the issue, but we're figuring it out. So I do have a part-time job, and It's not anywhere near the income I was making. The social media income is paying the bills now. So it takes away from the animals a little bit in sense of like we can't show Taz and Ember the way we wanted to. But Taz is living his best life. He's out in the pasture, like and just doing the things. And it's been so cold though, we haven't really had time to like work anybody or really play with them. That's why, like Ember's going to this open show this weekend, like $5 a class. It doesn't cost much. So she's gonna go do that and have some fun and yeah. hmm But they're all doing good. Another part-time job, Sierra. Honestly, girl, I don't know if I could do it, to be completely honest. Not right now anyway, because I'm already like we'll talk at some point. Next time you come in, we'll talk, and I'll tell you a little bit of stuff. Yeah. Mondays 9 to 5 and Friday 1 to 5. That don't sound oh, just Mondays and Fridays. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at already. I'm already at that point a little bit, Shelby, with stuff. And so like we're going through this whole before we had our routine. So the job where I did have, I was there for 6 years. So, was routine, was part of our lifestyle. No there was no guesses on, like, when I was working, when I wasn't working. It was very straightforward. Well, now, I don't have a set schedule, and everything's kinda it's all over the place. So, just a lot of figuring out. The one thing I will say, though, that is really, really nice is that it is part-time, and the flexibility of where I work is, like, you can't be beat. So, pretty much, if there's a day that, I can't work, I just say, like, "Hey, like, I can't work that day, I have something going on." So, I was fighting before I was fighting PTO time. I couldn't get enough time off from where I previously worked to go do things that I wanted to do. So I missed out on horse shows and on practices and games and stuff and whatever. Now, I have all the time but I don't have the income. So, yeah. Morning, Michigan cowgirl. So there was a phrase said to me that was like, you have the time or the money, but you don't have both. So now I have the time, the money. But here's the thing though. We're not being dumb with our finances. We're being very smart. So this show that I just went to with Harvey last weekend down at the MSU Pavilion, I didn't eat out one time. I didn't eat out at all. I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I ate bologna sandwiches, and I had a box of honey buns, and, like, that was what I ate. Like, you know, anything is possible, you just have to be willing to sacrifice in the right areas. So, I didn't eat any takeout, I didn't really eat, I made some spaghetti meat sauce at home, and then I bought a bag of frozen ravioli, and for my hot meal, I had ravioli with meat sauce, and it was fine. Like, it worked, like, I didn't die, I lived, so maybe I couldn't go out for tacos or go out and get pizza or, whatever. But yeah, I don't ever eat from the concessions there either, Sarah. But so I couldn't DoorDash food and I couldn't, go out and get something that was takeout. Like whatever. Peanut butter and jelly and bologna sandwiches. I survived. I didn't die. Um yeah, like you just have to sacrifice, so I want a garden, so and that's one of the things. Morning, Bailey. So, Jules, I that's actually one of the reasons why I'm like, maybe I don't wanna pick up any more work. If I can keep cranking social media, like, I'll have more time to do social media, so I kinda wanna see how that pans out, but I really want to put in a garden. I've talked to my husband about it, and I'm like, "Dude, like," and I don't wanna do anything crazy or anything super difficult, but, like, we love zucchini bread. I could grow zucchini in my kitchen floor probably because zucchini grows everywhere. It's like a weed. But I could do simple stuff like zucchini, corn. I probably wouldn't do tomatoes, but anyway, I would love to do a garden and I used to. Oh, hmm. You have a salsa garden. I used to do salsa. I agree, Nan. I used to do homemade spaghetti sauce. I would do raspberry jam, strawberry jam. Um, I'd do homemade salsa. I'd grow my own potatoes. I'd make my own tomato sauce. Um, yeah, I used to do all of that. Like, which is kind of crazy to think I don't do it anymore. But yeah, I did it all. We used to have a big garden. I would do peas, I'd do carrots, I'd do broccoli, zucchini, cucumbers. I've never tried my own homemade pickles though. But that's one of the things though, it's like, well, to properly take care of a garden, you need to have time, right? So, no, exactly, Jules. So, like, gardens for us are not gonna go in until, uh, Labor Day, not Labor Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day. Hi, pup. Gardens in our area will go in around Memorial Day weekend or right after. The ground is still cold. Like it's 40 degrees out. So the nothing is growing right now. The farmers are just starting to get in the fields with like corn and stuff. So it's still really early. Mhm. Way too cold to do anything. So I think we're going to have a little bit later of a growing season. I hope we do have morning Goldie. I hope we have a warm summer, but right now it doesn't look like we're going to. It looks like it's going to be cold. But I know I would love to plant a garden actually and grow my own food. We usually like raise our own beef. We like to raise our own pork. Um but like prices of beef, like calves, has been so ridiculously high. We haven't bought any calves the last couple of times we were going to. So we don't have any calves for beef. You got to get them at the right time of year though. So for us, the best time to get beef calves is going to be like October-ish. So if we buy the calves in October, I like to raise them till they're about 12 months old, 13 months old, and then put them in the freezer. So you only get a year worth of growing out of them, but they're nice and like it's good meat. It's nice and tender meat. Um, but my gosh, you can't get a calf for like less than 1,500 bucks right now. Yeah, food is like ridiculous. Oh, from Malaysia. That's amazing. Good morning. Um, I'm always amazed at like how we get people from across the world. I think that's amazing. I'm in Michigan in the United States. I'm in the middle of nowhere. My state is shaped like a hand. And I don't know how I used to sit in this chair for 8 hours a day because I can't get comfortable in it now. It's crazy. Maybe that's a good thing because all I did was sit all day. It's amazing what sitting all day does to ruin your body, to like destroy your hips and destroy your mobility, and you don't even realize it. Oh, you're in South Africa, pup? That's amazing. People are everywhere. I'm just pinning my gallery goal. I'm supposed to work on goals. No one has to contribute. You don't have to. Up in St. Ignace. Oh, that'd be really cool. Morning, Veronica. I love it up there at Mackinac. Mackinac Island is one of my favorite places. I just wish it was warmer more. Yeah, sitting all day really messes with your mobility, messes with your body, messes with your mobility. So hi Pinky. So it um shortens like your muscles and causes anterior pelvic tilt, which is something I struggle with, which is one of the reasons my backside looks so big, by the way. Um yeah, it's just sitting all day. Like everything goes to your hips, it goes to your waist. And I sat here for 8 hours a day for 3 years. So, he still drives the tour carriages? Oh, that's really cool. You wanna go up to Mackinac Island Bay? Shay? I think you should. I've been to Mackinac Island like 3 or 4 times now. Love it. It's beautiful. It's actually on my bucket list to take the horses up there. So, I really wanna take I maybe one day I'll get Harvey up there, but I would love to take Taz and Ember up there and ride around the island. So you can take your own horses over to the island And hi Nicole. Um yeah, you could take your horses around the island and ride them around yourselves, so you could put them on a ferry to take them over. But you'd have to like you have there's places up there where you can stall them and stuff. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a flash goal yet. Yeah, just be careful, Ashlyn. Brr, it is so cold. Like, what's the temperature in the house? It's only 65 in the house. I don't like it. Brr. The last time you were at the island, they gave you a horse that wanted to run. I've never ridden the horses up at the island. Always wanted to, and I never did. And I remember, I think when I was a kid, it was like $40 an hour or something. I don't even know what it is now. I know there's no wind out. It's gorgeous, but it's just cold. I'm just cold, chilly. Ugh, and I don't like it. Yeah, it could totally get warmer. Hi, Solange. Shay, I would love to come visit you in Florida. I'll bring the horses. I'll bring the horses and Bertha. I just need a place to park and a place to put the horses. I would love to go visit Florida. Oh, thank you, Blonde Riot. Oh. Yeah, I've never. Thank you, Tammy. Look at you guys sending those gifts in here. All right. So did we? Yep. So Tammy got a gallery goal. Oh, the next one is donuts. So we need 10 donuts for the gallery goal. I don't know what we're supposed to get up to today for temperature. I feel like it was it high 60s, maybe low 70s. Gosh, I would love it. It's just so cold. Thank you, Tammy. So if you guys don't know, the gallery goals are goals that TikTok sets that they want to see us achieve. And then they want us to work on gift goals too. Nobody ever has to contribute anything. Like you seriously don't. Anything you do, it goes now like it's going into bills and horses, but primarily like gifts and stuff are going into they're going to Harvey to keep him in training and to get him to these shows and to try to do the thing that we set out to do this year. Oh, I would definitely be able to find one, Shay. I know they're all over down there. No worries. It'd be the time and the money to get there would be the tough one to get to Florida. It's like it's like a 24-hour ride with just a car. Oh, thank you, Blonde. Blonde Riot got another gallery goal. So that's another one down. All right, what's next? Next is the hat and mustache. Whoops. There we go. Whoa, thank you. Florida fun. I know I have so many funds. It's crazy. I can't this. I wish you guys could see this on tube because it's just my face with oh and a swan. Holy cow. Thank you, Nicole. It's like it's a hat and a mustache on my face, and it's the funniest thing in the world. I'm still like, and while we're talking about funds, like I still, oh my gosh, Blonde Ray, like you're going crazy. I still want to I don't know if I have to have them set as a thing or not before you send them. Oh my gosh, there's like oh, now there's a corgi. Holy crapola! Blonde Riot's like blowing up my gifts at the moment. What the macaroni and cheese? Harvey's doing great. I saw a ton of improvement when I seen him over the weekend. I got to give him a bath, which reminds me, I do have to post a video about of him getting I have a ton of footage of him. So got to give him a big bath. I banded his mane, walked him around, I lunged him. He went into the arena. We did in-hand trail practice with him and stuff. We holy cow, what is that one? That looked like a transformer. I don't know what it was. That was really cool. It was called Shell of a Warrior. Oh my gosh. That was cool. But he was very, very good. His trainer and I just didn't think he was quite ready yet to hit the show pen. We want to make sure he's just comfortable. So, We didn't push him into anything. We really could have, like, we could have put him in classes. I did find a oh, thank you, Nicole. I love this one. I think this one's awesome. I did find another tail for him that should be in the mail soon. And I'm hoping this one matches him. The first one I got is way too bright red, so it's got too much red in it. Oh my gosh. What are these cool gifts? Like, that was awesome. It was like a meteor shower. That's what it was called. Blonde Riot's like just blowing stuff up over here. Nicole got in on the action. Like, holy cow, you guys. Uh, what's next even? Okay, now it's at a money gun. Jeez, I don't even know. That one was huge. Oh, I can't even keep up with them. But so the first tail that I got Harvey was like too bright red. So and there was no flaxen in it, so it didn't match. It was a cheap tail. So I was like, well, maybe we'll get lucky and it'll match. It doesn't match him and it doesn't match Ember. I don't know if I'll keep it or not. I'll probably relist it and sell it. That would be the smartest thing to do. But I did find another tail for him. I'm hoping this one matches. It's darker red with a lot of flaxen. So hopefully it comes in and it's just like the perfect fit. Thank you for the repost, Jules. Honestly, that helps so much. Like, I love the gifts. The gifts are amazing. It is never required, for you guys to send gifts. You can simply tap the screen and like it and just leave comments. Honestly, that helps us. And it's like the same for Tube. Like, you just being here watching is what helps. So I get asked a lot, like, how can we help? How can we help? Help is never necessary. It's never a requirement to be here. My family and I, we are in a tight spot right now. We're doing our best to get through. And without the help that we've already received from the following, we would be in trouble. So don't ever think that it doesn't help, because it does. But you being here and watching helps. It is never required. Oh my gosh, Blonde Riot, thank you. It is never required that you send us gifts. It's really not. Like, I've had people donate directly to Harvey's training or donate directly to like the shows, stuff like that. And speaking of that, so let's go down the fence fund thing for a minute here. Thank you, Blonde Riot. So the fence fund, I haven't talked about it in a while. That was my goal this year, was to build a fence and to get Harvey to the world show, right? And I had the money to do my fence fund, and then there was charges pressed against me by my parents, and I had to go through the court system. And anyway, by the time I paid a judge and paid all the court fees and fines and stuff, the money that I had saved for my fence fund all went to the court fees. I'm no contact with my parents. I have been no contact since last July. My egg donor in specific can't handle that. And so she began harassing us, wouldn't leave us alone. And I didn't even respond to her. Like, I told her, like, no contact, want nothing to do with you, leave us alone. And she couldn't handle that. So she pressed the issue. She showed up at my house. I called the cops for help. She lied to the cops. Charges were pressed against me. I had to go through the court system and lost a bunch of money. And so now my fence is pretty much like on hold. And I'm just trying to stay above float. So because of all the lies that my mom did, holy cow, Blonde Riot, what is that? That was so cool. So because of the lies that my mom said, I lost my job. So lost my job, lost our insurance. She really screwed stuff up for me really bad. Like, and I don't think she even cares, nor does she understand. So now I'm on probation. I did find a part-time job, and right now I love it, and we're just doing everything that we can to keep our head above water. And your views, your likes, your comments, that all matters. Like, those of you that send me like $5 here and there, it matters. It makes a difference. Trust me, it does. So I'm just trying to keep pushing forward and keep doing things. And we're going to use this, next 6 months to a year of my life to kind of like just redo stuff. And hopefully my mom just stays away, because if she gets anywhere near me, I'm calling the cops. Like, I don't want anything to do with her, and I don't understand why she can't get that through her head. Like, No contact means no contact. Leave me alone. But everything will be fine. Everything happens for a reason and works out the way that it's supposed to. And these like Blonde Riot blowing up my gallery goal this morning, and the other ones that I've contributed to, um, it matters. Like it really does. So let's see here. I'll go to so now that the gallery is full, TikTok will let me do like regular gifts now. Gifts are one of the ways we make an income, and pretty much it all goes to the horses, and like we'll be okay. It's just a big life change, and we're just figuring it out, and it's only a year of our life, and just using it for redirection and growth, and that's really all we can do. Um, yeah. Hi, Bree. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show, Elizabeth. We do have a very inviting community. So I have 3 horses. Ember is my 10-year-old Appaloosa mare. Taz is my 4-year-old Appaloosa gelding. And then Harvey is my yearling Appaloosa gelding. If you guys didn't know, they are, they're part of our family. So they're never for sale. They will always have their home with me, every single one of them. Taz, I've always said, is the love of my life. And Harvey is down in training. He's on a path to do great things, to be a wonderful show horse, and I'm fighting tooth and nail to just make sure we get him successful and we keep him there and everything is achieved that we had dreamed for him, even with this giant wrench that got thrown in my plans for this year. Life happens, people are unfair, and I should have called the cops on my egg donor a lot sooner than I did. I should have called the cops when I first told her no contact, because I knew she was a loose cannon. I knew that she was gonna push the boundaries, and for some stupid reason, I just thought she would eventually get the hint and leave me alone if I stayed quiet, and because I never contacted her, I ignored the entire situation, was like, "No contact means no contact," and I should have called the cops on her sooner. That was where I screwed up, because when I did call the cops, I didn't have any prior like complaints. So essentially they couldn't help me, and then she lied. And thank you, Bree. She I love that one. She lied, and they believed her. Like, hmm. So the state calls her the victim in this situation. Even though she showed up to my property, she refused to leave, and I called the cops for help. They labeled her the victim. And so my basically the outcome of the charges that were pressed against me, she was, thank you, Bree, thank you, Blonde Riot. She was notified of what, like, because I took a plea deal. So she was notified of like what my punishment is essentially. So they sent her a letter. She is taking a picture of that letter that tells her she's the victim, and she is sending it to people. And she's gloating and she's bragging about it. And she's like, I'm going to get her in jail. And she thinks this stuff doesn't come back around through the grapevine back to me. Like, we live in a very, very small community. So my egg donor running her mouth about what she got done to me and how she's the victim, it's coming back to me. So like, I don't know what she expects, but I just hope she just leaves us alone. I don't want anything to do with her. But so for this year, our focus is to just keep our head above water, and we're gonna try like hell to keep Harvey in training and to get Harvey to the world show. And but if it doesn't, oh yes, Tammy, to a T. She's like, if you look up the definition of narcissistic mother, you will see this lady's face. Like, I can't, and there's so much more to it that I can't even talk about it. So the whole thing started because I wouldn't talk to her, and I wouldn't let her talk to my kids. So she got mad because I went silent. She can't handle the silence. She needs the antagonization. She needs the argument. She needs the fight. So she pokes and she prods. So once we blocked her on all of our phones, like she got to a point where she was taking other people's phones and trying to contact us off of other people's phone numbers. And when that didn't work, then she started showing up on my property and refusing to leave. So I called the cops for help because she won't leave me alone. She just keeps harassing us. And she lied to the cops, said I did things that I didn't do. And the state pressed charges on me. And the whole thing is bogus and it's crap. And I didn't have a leg to stand on because I didn't call the cops when she first started harassing us, and I should have. Yeah, I hope she figures out her life. I hope she lives a very, very long life, and I hope she never loses her memory. Like, I hope she remembers everything that she's done, and I hope she lives forever. I really, really do. I do. Because here's the thing, I'm going to be successful because I don't sit down. No, they don't, Mackenzie. Nope, they have no proof of it. Um, I would have had proof because we have cameras, but I didn't save the footage because I wasn't aware charges were against me until after a month later. Yeah. Yep. I did have proof, but I didn't save it, and I should have, and that was another area I screwed up in. So, it's fine, like, live and learn, you just don't trust anybody, and it's fine. Like, so I will be successful. I'll move forward in life and looking at it for an opportunity for redirection, and it's not what could have happened or what should have happened, now it's what can happen. So, my income was better at my job before I lost it for sure. Like, but now I have time and I can make more money. I just have to work. I just have to put my nose, get it in the grind, and I just gotta work. That's all I gotta do. I just gotta work. And I gotta just be smart with the money that I do have. And like I said, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, bologna sandwiches, boxed macaroni and cheese. We went in and so my Zon wish list for the Rainforest app. I went in and did pantry items. Oh, we did get to 20K likes. Look at that. We got to 20,000 likes on TikTok on the live. So I went in and I did a bunch of pantry items in the wish list, and we've received a bunch of help from the following in terms of pantry stuff and shelf stable stuff, laundry detergent, toilet paper, and it all matters. It really does. Rainforest app. So you can't say the actual word because TikTok will flag it, but it is the AMA, and then there may be another half of the word in there that's like Zon, and it's, yeah. So TikTok flags it, and you'll get a violation that's like, "You've been given a violation for directing people outside of the TikTok app." Whatever. So we call it the Rainforest app. And just like the Book of Faces, everybody knows what the Book of Faces is, and the Gram. So, I just keep going forward, and we're just smart as we can be with our money. And we haven't gone and bought fresh fruits and vegetables in like 3 weeks pretty much. Like, not hardly anything, not like what we used to. So we're eating a lot of carbs, and I'm concerned about my waistline. So if you see me gaining 10 pounds because 'cause I'm eating a lot of pasta, no, you didn't. No, you did not. Um, but, there's being negative about my situation and stuff doesn't help anything. So I might as well just be positive and move forward. We don't have medical insurance anymore. Um, so the question was, does your medical insurance have the food box program? We don't have insurance because I lost my job and I carried the insurance. So, and that's something that my egg donor probably fails to give a crap about is not only did she get me fired from a job that I held for 6 years and I was successful at, like I was excelling in, and I was on track to move up within the next few years. So she took that from me. So I applying for state aid or unemployment because of my social media income. I do not qualify for any type of unemployment. So unemployment was essentially denied because of the income that I make on social media. which honestly isn't like we can pay our bills off of it, sure. Like, yeah, but it's not like what everybody thinks it is. It's not like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Like most videos I'm making like $5 on. Maybe, some I'll make 10, some I'll make 25, whatever. But there's a lot of them that I make like $1.20 or like $2.50 on. Hi, Kayla. So it's not like everybody thinks like doing social media. And then for like state insurance, anything like that, we don't qualify because of my husband's income. Nope, we don't qualify for any of it because of what my husband makes yearly. So a family of 4, we would have to make, what was it? 30 or 40,000 a year or less or something like that. So my husband's income combined with what I make off of social media, no go. They say no. The issue that we have is we just have too many payments. Like that's really it. He doesn't have any medical insurance through his job, so my husband doesn't have insurance either. He did, and then we decided to make the switch over to have me carry the health insurance because it made more sense financially. And, you know, and the really tough part is like we're right in the thick of when everything sucks for parents, for adults. Like we have teenagers, they're in sports, they want to do things, right? Like Jolene just went through driver's training. Nat wanted to do travel ball this year, so we did that, which only the travel ball only cost a couple $100, because there was sponsors for her team and such, but it's still, it's gas money to go to the games and stuff and da da da. So it just came at a very, very poor time. Like if it had come at a different time, we would have been able to say like not participate in travel ball or put off Jolene's driver's training for a little while, but like everything was already like everything was already in motion and like paid for, so it just it was just very, very poor timing. Yes, I definitely know who Dave Ramsey is. I have one of his books somewhere that a friend of mine gave me. Um, yeah, don't worry. I'm very I don't want to say educated because that sounds arrogant. I've got a lot of experience in the financial world. Lots of experience in the financial world and like uh budgeting and such. That's why I said we sacrifice wherever we can. We get rid of everything that we can. So like the only um like we have Hulu, but we don't have Disney Plus, we don't have Netflix anymore. I'd gotten rid of Amazon Prime, got rid of YouTube Premium cuz I had those last summer. Um and cuz I had a feeling they were going to fire me over this crap. So I started knocking stuff out like in January and February. We had a dumpster, like I got rid of that, stuff like that. Oh yeah, like we make weekly payments when we can on our loans because that's how you cut down the interest. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm very experienced in the financial world. Oh, Nicole. So for Hey Nicole, I probably won't have any hay available because I need all my hay for my own stock. Usually we have 2 fields of hay. And this year we only have one. One field got turned under and put for wheat because the crop had to be rotated. So I only have like 4 acres. I won't even have any hay. I honestly, I will probably buy in for my own again this year. Which is another frustrating thing. So my sperm and egg donor that have caused me all these blessed issues, I gave them free hay last year because they needed hay. They were out of hay. Couldn't afford to buy hay. So I gave them hay. I gave them a whole freaking field of hay. And now I'm buying hay. I spent $800 on hay this year. So dumb. So dumb. You'll never get my charity again. Oh, other people will get my charity. I'm a very giving person, actually. Very, very giving. But they will never get my charity again. Charity is like not the nice word. I don't know. I don't know how I want to say that, but I hope you know what I mean. I hope that doesn't come off bad. I don't need like a James Charles incident here. Um, like I love helping people. I help people all the time. Like I give, like, I'm very happy to give. But after what they did to me, I'm going, mm-mm. I won't give them anything ever again. I hope that makes sense. Generosity. Maybe that's a good way. Oh, James Charles, like, he done got himself in trouble. Like, how can you say that? I was so upset when I heard that audio clip and I saw those videos. I was like, dude, how can you be so mean to your like, he is somebody who makes millions of dollars, and to act that way to the people who have given him his income, I'm so very beyond humbled and love my following so much. And for all the support, the words of encouragement, like the private messages I've received, I can't imagine being so mean to people. I can't imagine it. Like, I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I was so upset. That's why, so, like, I posted that video. I was just sitting in the stall with Harvey. Like, if you need help, if you are struggling, please put your, like, your Venn or your Cash or your PAL in the comments on that video. Like, it was just a few videos ago. Um, like, it I'm going so whenever you put, like, your PAL, your Cash, or your Venn, sometimes TikTok blocks the comment. They'll grab it and they won't let it be visible. On that video specifically that I posted where I was like, "If you do need help, please share your story and share how people can help you." I'm going into the filtered comments on that video specifically, and I'm approving all of them. So, I don't want people to think that people aren't willing to help them. There are wonderful people that will help you and will help keep you afloat. Like, if you are in serious trouble and you need help, please go to that video and put your information and how people can help you. Like, if you have a GoFundMe going for whatever reason, let me know. I'm sharing the GoFundMes on my Book of Faces on my Facebook page. There's over 103,000 followers on that page. So, you know, if you need help, go to that video. It's only like 20 or 30 seconds long, which, by the way, I don't earn income off of that video. Like, because sometimes I see that like, oh, they posted this video, but they're still making money off of it. I don't. That video is short enough. I don't make an income off of that video. Um, and I did that specifically because I don't want to benefit off of somebody else's tragic experience or struggle. So, if you need help, please go to that video on Talk. It's just me sitting in the stall with Harvey, um, and it's the James Charles audio. They do, Kayla. So lives help. What TikTok wants on the lives is for you to be engaged. So they want the likes to get really high, the comments to come in like crazy. So they want lots of comments and the gifts. So anytime I do a gift goal, so right now it will only let me do a super fan goal, which is kind of dumb. Hold on. I'll show you just a second. Let me change this so I don't need that to be that high. Da, 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 da. Ah, go back. Go back. I'm at 96, so let's do 100. So when I set goals like this one, this is a super fan goal. So when I set goals and they pop up like this down at the bottom, that is a goal that earns me income. So it can be gift goals, it can be a gallery goal, which the gift goals I set, the gallery goals TikTok sets, and then there's also the super fan. So they'll pop up like this. You can contribute that way. You don't have to. Please don't ever think you do. But that is how we earn the income off of the lives. We don't get paid for our time. We don't earn an income being, thank you, Bree. We don't earn an income from being live for like the amount of time. Now on Tube, the longer you watch, the more income I make. I don't make much on Tube, but it is solely based off of the watch hours. So the longer you sit and you watch on Tube, the more I make there. Each app has its own way of earning income or like how you would generate your income. Um, The book really wants the book, like, just wants comments. They want you to watch, and they want comments. So, like, you can just go start an argument on the Book of Faces, and that's why we were making jokes before about, like, go argue about spaghetti and ravioli and, like, lasagna, what's better noodles? Um, and TikTok will be that way too. So if on TikTok, like if one of my videos comes across your For You page and you go leave a comment, somebody else responds to you and you comment right back. If you guys start like mass commenting back and forth to each other, it'll boost it out to more people. So they all have their own little thingies. I don't know. I love that. I don't know. Sent 2 donuts. Thank you for the donuts. I appreciate it. I honestly don't know how many followers is needed, Bree, to do lives. Um, I mean, I've been able to go live on Tube for quite a while. Talk, oh geez, way back in the day, it used to be you needed 1,000. I don't know if it changed or not. Um, Honestly, Sarah, if you want to do it, do it. If you think you'd be good at it, do it. Um, I started making videos on top of my horse that was pregnant, and I actually used to do fitness content because, like, I get some fat shamers, some haters about my size. I used to spend 5, 6 days a week in the gym for like an hour, hour and a half a day. One of my absolute best friends is a personal trainer, and he owns a gym. So I used to be in the gym nonstop. Like I was looking good. I was deadlifting. I deadlifted 350 pounds. I don't remember what my squat was. I was benching 125. I was overhead pressing 100. Um, I might have even been higher than 100 for an overhead press. But, I was in shape. I was doing the things. And I just made TikToks about fitness. Like that was just me working in the gym and just like dancing. Thank you for those kitties. I appreciate it. Um, that was what I did. And then I started like I didn't really have a niche. And then I started making videos about Ember being pregnant. And then that was the content that took off. Like everybody wanted to see the videos for the baby horsey. And Taz was born and he was a menace right from the start. And yeah, Taz casting himself. So Taz was a menace. He would bite Ember's tail, which he still does. And she's lost a lot of her tail volume now because of him. I have to get them separated again. Maybe today I'll just go put a gate in and just be done with it. I've been trying to avoid the pipe gates because I don't want him to get stuck. But I think I'm at the point until like I got to get my husband to get the boards down. But yeah, I think I just need to get gates in and get them separated. But I was fit, like fit, and then I bought a farm. That's funny. Oh my gosh, Jalen, I didn't know you were following for that long. I mean, I've always struggled with my weight, always, and I know what to do to lose weight. Something always gets in my way. Always. Something is always like it ends up getting put on the back burner because my kids need my attention or the girls need my attention or like I can't afford the personal training anymore. I've done a few different rounds of personal training with my friend and he's wonderful. Like every time he gets me right where I need to be. He knows exactly what I need to do. And I fail to commit to it long term. Every single time I fail myself. I fail to commit to it and make it a priority. Back in January, I was running every single day, every morning. I'd get up and I would go for like a mile run immediately in the morning and just, crank out a mile. And then at lunchtime, I'd go for another half a mile. And oh, hello from Kansas. And I fall off the wagon every single time. I don't even remember what happened, but something happened and I got really stressed out and I got really sad and I couldn't get myself on the treadmill and I stopped running. But I've gone through these spurts where I lift weights or I run, like I do the things and I love it and it's, a couple months in and then I lose my I lose my discipline on it. It's me failing me. That's the issue. It's nobody else, nobody else is, not letting me do it. It's me. I'm failing myself. I allow other things to take priority. Um oh, well thank you funny feral hunter. So anybody that does want to help, help us with our journey. Simply watching the videos helps, liking the videos, leaving comments helps. If you want to help further, and you do not have to, if you want to help further, you can send us gifts here on Talk, like for the lives. You could, if you go into my link tree, you will find other ways. There are other avenues there in my link tree that you can help directly. Um, Anything you do send, it goes to the horses. We're using the social media income to pay bills. So we've really had to take like a back seat with how much we do with like Taz and Ember. So them getting shown this year is pretty much them getting shown is probably going to solely rely on other people sponsoring the shows for my daughters. They're only going to do open shows. They're not going to do anything big. But please know, donating or helping us financially is not required. You don't need to do that to be here. We appreciate it by all means. Like we do. I can't even stomach. Yeah. Yeah. But it is not necessary. Please know that. We just appreciate the support, the kind words of encouragement, the private messages we received, the comments. It's all amazing. It really is. But the shit. I just need a second. There's air blowing around. I'm fine. I'm just gonna take a drink of water. It's not necessary for anybody to help us in any way, shape, or form. We're okay. And we're gonna be okay. Yeah, that's what it is. The allergies. We should be fine to keep Harvey in training. So Harvey will stay in training until the world show. Where we are going to struggle is saving enough money to pay for the world show. So going to Texas, estimated cost to go to Texas is going to be probably around like $5,000. And then Taz and Ember. Hi, Sarah. Taz and Ember will probably just do open shows. So like today, I'm going to take Ember up to the showgrounds because she's doing an open show tomorrow. That whole show was it's $5 a class, so it's not an expensive show by no means. It's a very cheap show, very local. But one of our followers sent us funds so Jolene could go do that show. She's just doing it for fun, just for practice. But otherwise, she would not be doing it. Just, it's okay. Everything's okay. The pumpkin carriage gift, I don't know if I have or not. Thank you, Tammy. There's nothing happening. Oh, that's so pretty. That was cute. Yeah, now I have. Hi, Paige. See, now you guys got me all emotional and stuff. We gotta go back talking about other things that it's not emotional. Just. Did you know that Felix sent me tissues? Like, Felix sent me this big box of tissues because I always cry. Oh, I'm just like an emotional worm. Everything's fine. No one's crying. No one's crying. No one's crying. I need my hand sanitizer. Taz is always up to crap. Taz is, yeah. Your doppelganger cries too. Yes, I totally want to do a garden this year. I do. I would love to do a garden. I would love to really hone in and focus on, I'd really like to focus on my fitness and maybe actually lose the 30 pounds I've been trying to lose for like 10 years. I would like to, I would love to hone in and focus and lose the weight. I would love to further my education. I would love to get Taz, that'd be cool. I'd love to get Harvey down to Texas. I think we'll be able, I think we should be fine to keep Harvey in training, but it's paying for all the shows and everything in between that are going to be the tough point. I just keep working. That's all I can do. I'll just keep working. I just keep doing the things. But yeah, I need to get some more. Look at this sanitizer's like almost gone. My hand sanitizer. This is actually Jolene's. I've been using it. We're good, Paige. One day at a time. We just keep on going. Horses are all good. Taz and Ember are chill. They're hanging out. Harvey's doing really good. His education, oh my gosh, he's learning. He's learning. He is figuring out the things. He is right where he needs to be. Like he can't be in a better spot for his education. Truly, Harvey is. Yeah, he's doing great. I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of him. Very impressed with him. Just keep going forward. So Harvey's next show is in Ohio, June, I think it's like 12th or 13th, 11, 12, 13th, something like that. If Harvey goes to Texas, do you have to haul him or will the trainer take him? I love that question. I will take him, Jalen. So I'm going to haul Harvey down for the world show if he gets to go, because then that way I have my trailer, so I have my place to stay while we're down there. As far as the food aggression, he's getting better with it. He's much better. He's also not racing out of the stall like he used to. He's learning so much patience. So when him and I were at the MSU Pavilion, I just took him out and I just walked him. And I made him do the slowest, painfully slow walks that we could possibly muster. Like literally, like horses are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 when they walk. And I was making him go one step at a time. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was like driving him nuts. But I was like, listen, my guy, like you got to slow down. You got to go slow. I would love to get like, if I could get back into the gym, that'd be amazing. But I can't afford 100 and like, I don't even know what they charge anymore for like the personal training and stuff because they don't do memberships. It's personal training or nothing. And I have the stuff at home. I just need to do it. Oh no, Veronica, I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh goodness. Holding a piece of PVC pipe when placing his bucket. Oh my gosh, Kayla, that's yeah. Yeah, I get it though. Harvey is very food aggressive. He oh, have a good day, Sarah. He loves food and you have to make him wait for his food. He figures it out. It takes him a second. I don't let him eat until he puts his ears up. So like I'll take his food in and oh no, I get it, Kayla. Don't worry, I do. But here's the thing though. If he did come at you, you'd have to have that because horses can do damage with their teeth. And so somebody like Harvey knows where his legs are at. So he is a striker. If he doesn't like something, that front leg is swinging. You can really get injured. So sometimes you just have to have things for protection. Like I understand. I know not everybody's going to understand on the internet. I understand. Any tool in the wrong hands can be abusive. Anything. Like I've had people come at me about spurs before. Spurs are not painful unless you're stabbing the shit out of your horse. Like if you think spurs are aggressive, that's not because of the spur. That's because of how you're using it or how you would use it. Like you're the aggressive one in that situation. Like you're the abusive one. So, right, Kayla? Like, oh my God. Like, okay. I know you guys have never ridden Rippy, Rochelle's boy, big boy. I've ridden Rippy. Okay. And I can tell you right now, if you are not pushing with every fiber of your being to make him go, he is not going to move. Like Rippy, you have to push with your booty, your thighs, your calves, and your spur. It's a whole squeeze on his body to get forward motion out of him. If you relax that pressure at all, he is a dead stop right now. Right now. Like, oh my God, he will not go. He will not do the things. Rippy is very lazy. He is beyond lazy. Oh my gosh, Kayla, that's funny. Yeah, but it's very like Yeah, I understand. Sometimes you just have to have things for protection. Harvey has started a biting habit. Oh, thank you, Bree. So Harvey tries to bite a lot. And actually, this last weekend, he wasn't too bad with it. But it's a lot of discipline when it comes to that. It's a lot of like, get off of me, get off of me, get off of me, get off of me. The only way to get through it is if you stay consistent with it. They're just, yeah, you cannot. Harvey is the type of horse, Taz the same way. You cannot give them an inch. They will take 3 miles. They'll be gone. They'll be gone running. So just, you know, yeah. Yeah. It's it's tough. Well, and geez, and Rippy, I think the last time Rochelle had him weighed, he was 1,800 pounds. He's a big boy. And a lot of people do not realize how big Rippy is until they're standing next to him. He's massive. He's absolutely massive. Um, Harvey's a decent size for a yearling horse, and you you put him next to Rippy, and he looks like a miniature. Looks like a miniature. Like he's just Rippy's big, but 18 hands, nope, that's a no for me. I can't. Rippy's 17.2, almost 17.2, just about, and he's about yeah, he's about my I don't know if I could get on another horse that's that big. Right now, he was the last time I measured him, which was about 2 weeks ago, he's just under 14.1 at the wither and just under 14.3 at the hip. So, I mean, he's getting there. The string tests tell me that he will be 15.2 to 15.3. They always have, and I've always erred towards the shorter side of, like, he'll be 15.2-ish. But what his current height is leads me to think he's gonna hit 16 hands. So, I can do 16 hands. I'm gonna struggle with anything taller. I don't like tall horses. I love my 15-hand Ember, and I love my 15-hand Tazzy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm nervous because he just turned a year old at the end of April. He's just turned a year old. It's not like he turned a year old in January and he's 4 months in already. No, no, no. Hi, Veronica. So we'll see how that goes. I'm a little concerned because Harvey's going to keep growing, and he will still put height on up until about his 4-year-old year. So, I mean, when you think about it, he's 14. How old is Lumi now, Brooke? Is it Lumi? It's got to be Lumi. A hand is about this much. So Harvey's potential would be to like grow this much in the next 3 years. She just now turned 2 at the end of April, and she's 15 and a half. Yeah, he had like right here. I think I've measured this before, and it was pretty close to 4 inches. So, like, you got to figure, like, could Harvey grow that much in 2 years? Possible. What's more scary, riding 17 plus hand horse or riding a heavy 15 to 1,800 pound horse? Ooh, I like that question. I mean, Rippy's 1,800 pounds. He's a big boy, and I can ride him, and I'm not intimidated, but I'm used to him. I would rather take a tank. I'd rather ride a thick horse. But they got power. Holy shit. Like, and that's another thing that's like really intimidating. You stand in front of a horse that's got like a brick shit house for a chest, like just thick, like just tanks. Man. I love them thick. I'd love to hear Taz's thoughts on it. Huh. The power is intimidating. Like, if you got a thick, wide horse, holy cow. I mean, tall is intimidating too, but I'd rather take a thick horse. The heights make me nervous. The heights make me nervous. Getting up on them is tough. So, for instance, like for Rochelle to do Rippy's mane, she has to use a 3-tier step ladder. Like literally a 3-tier step ladder. Oh boy. Yeah, right, Brooke. Oh man. Yeah, I'm hoping I would be okay if Harvey got to 16 hands. I don't think he's gonna get any higher. He can't. Genetically, he can't. Because his dad is 15-3. Ember's 15 hands. Genetically, he should only be around 15-2. Genetically. Don't say that. Yeah, genetically, he should not get higher than 15-2. And I kind of wish he was here because I would love. I'm like tempting fate. Oh my God. I told Rochelle, I always told her, said, if he gets over 16 hands, he's going to be yours. I'll do like a life lease on him. And it could be Rochelle's horse. Yeah, genetically, he should not get bigger than 15-3. There is always the possibility he could pull lines from somewhere else, but I don't think Machine Made is that tall. I think Machine Made is only like 15-2. Genetically doesn't always work. Some miracle happened with Rippy. Isn't that hilarious? Like custody and visitation. Whoa. Oh, Brooke, don't tell me that crap. I don't want to know that stuff. That's scary. Let's see. Let's go to all breed pedigree and see if it has Machine Made's height. Machine Made quarter horse. There you be. 15-1. Machine Made is only 15-1. So yeah. I did. So just for fun, I pulled the pedigree for Rippy and for Harvey to compare them. They don't have a single bloodline that crosses. Not a single one. And actually, I'm gonna go look at that again. He had. Oh, Rippy goes back to impressive. I didn't know that. Roman Strawman. Hayes Roman Cloud. That one, I think. Hayes Roman Cloud. Hayes Roman Cloud. I want to do. I'm looking at genetics now. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? I want to do invited in. Sorry, I'm not reading any comments at the moment. I'm looking. There was a bloodline that Rippy had that sounded familiar to me. So, okay. So Harvey and Rippy do have a bloodline that crosses, and it's Hayes Roman Cloud back in 1965. They do have a line that crosses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generations back. Huh. I'll have to tell Rochelle. Isn't that something? That's funny. Yeah. I knew that name sounded familiar as soon as I heard it. I was like, wait a second, that one does sound familiar. But it's so long ago that it doesn't matter. Let's go back to Rippy. Because Rippy his breeding has been hyper focused down to hunt cedars. Rip is not the father, and you know it, Lane. But Rip's bloodline has been hyper focused down to hunt seat, whereas Harvey's has been focused down to Western pleasure. So way, way, way back they do, but nothing for the last like 6 generations. Isn't that crazy? So if any of you know Appaloosa bloodlines or some quarter horse lines, Harvey has Machine Made, Invitation Only, Star J, Bar Passer's Image, Zippo's Mr. Good Bar, Zippo Pine Bar, Harvey goes back to Zippo Pine Bar. What else has he got in here? Roman Jet, Prince Plaudit, Mighty Bright. Prince Plaudit and Mighty Bright are big names in the old breeding on the Appaloosa side. Somebody had left a comment on yeah, 14. Right, exactly, Brooke. Why do hunt cedars bigger, like hunters, bigger horses? So hunters need a longer stride to cover the ground. And then if they're jumpers, if they're hunter jumpers, so hunters have a longer stride to cover ground. The like cow horses and the cutters and stuff, they're shorter and typically have a wider stance to work cattle. They're like a cat, right? Like the name highbrow cat. Like they get down like a cat. So it's basically they're bred fine-tuned to give them the attributes that make them good in the discipline that they're being used for. Agility is a wonderful word. I love that word, Tammy. That's great. Tammy's coming in with like the vocabulary this morning. 14.1. Wow. See, and I get made fun of because Ember's 15 hands. You're making my workday go faster. That's funny. Yeah, I get made fun of because Ember's 15 hands. I've been told that you can't consider her a horse, that she's a pony. She's not a pony. She is a horse. Thank you. I've been teased and said like, "Oh, here comes Annie with her short horse." Like people make fun of me for it. And yes, it bothers me. Yes, it annoys me. She's not short. She's 15 hands. She's not short. She's not a pony. I've had like one woman was like, "I won't even look at anything less than 16 hands." Okay, happy for you. I love my 15 hand mare and my 15 hand gelding. I love them. I think it was like I think the one woman in particular that has come at me about it quite a few times. I think it was just kind of like a pissing contest. Like whose horse is better type thing. And she had like a 16-2 Western Pleasure gelding at the time. And she's just whatever. I don't know. Yeah. People are weird. Yeah. It's okay. It's cool. Cause then a couple years after that, I got asked if how I was asked how I felt about Ember being a broodmare to raise someone else's baby. Like if they could pick the stallion and get the baby out of her. So that was funny. And I was like, "Oh, no." Like, no. She's not carrying someone else's baby. Like if I'm going to risk her life, it's going to be for me. And I'm going to keep all those dummies that she gives birth to. You know what I mean? Those are my children. I was a very wonderful compliment to receive though. Cause like, you know, they had gone from like making fun of her for like being short and like teasing me. And I swear they just did it because they knew it like got under my skin because I was defensive about it. It was like, she's not short. She has 15 hands. She is not short. So they, you know, yeah, they're totally my grandkids. Absolutely. You know, and I wanted to do a big video for Ember for Mother's Day, and I wasn't able to prioritize it. But anyway, so yeah, to go from like being made fun of, like your horse is short, to being asked if I would consider having her be a broodmare for them. Like it was just like, you like my horse. It was a compliment. I took it as a compliment at that point. Mm-hmm. It was pretty awesome. And, you know, and that's crazy too, because there are people in the horse community that don't think she's fit to be a broodmare. I've had people come at me like, you know, she has no show record, or nitpicking on her conformation, nitpicking on her behavior and her mentality, like her attitude. She's a very smart, she's a very willing mare. She does struggle with anxiety. So which falls right in line with me, right? Like she struggles with anxiety, and she's not a proven show mare. She's not a money earner or a point earner, nothing like that. She's very mediocre in terms of her going into a class. her training got interrupted because of COVID and is what it is, and that's okay, but she's a hell of a broodmare. Wonderful mother. She doesn't discipline them necessarily, but she's very safe to be around. She's not aggressive about her babies. She's not overbearing and overprotective about her babies. Very like, what do you tell me what to do? What would you like to do? What are we doing? Could horses take CBD like dogs? I have no idea. I don't know if they could or not. They do make calming paste for horses, which is stuff that, I mean, we have used it. We do use it every now and then. When we did the parade back in December, we gave Taz some calming paste, and he was still a fruitcake. Natural comes from the sun. Oh, there is? I didn't know that. Yeah, they do have things to calm horses, but I've never tried, I guess. I go to Family Farm and Home and I go to Tractor Supply. There's also, so like where I live, we have like the co-op too. So there's the co-op farm stores. There can, so like at the regional shows, you can't have anything in your horse's system. There are certain things you can show under that calm them, like Perfect Prep is something that you can legally show with. But they have a right to drug test your horse too. So they have a right to be like, hey, there's been an accusation, something in your horse's system, whether it's to amp them up or slow them down, and they can drug test them. Yeah. So Taz cannot have molasses because it makes him like a 4-year-old on Mountain Dew with like 60 bags of Skittles. Because I used to get the molasses licky tubs. I love those molasses licky tubs. I used to get them, and they make Taz, he's a glutton. He can't get off of them. He won't stop. Yeah, right, Lil. Caffeine is a no-no. No chocolate, candy, pop can all be tested and penalized. Yep. There's a video of Taz in the morning at a show a couple years ago, and Rochelle had her coffee. And it was an audio of Taz being like, "Oh, like I think he asked for coffee, or he was like, give me coffee." We didn't think anything of it. We were just making a funny video. And then later, Rochelle and I were like, oh shit, I hope nobody thinks we gave him coffee. It's caffeine, which we didn't. He never got anything, but it's also very like, we'll have like Sour Patch Kids, and we'll give one to the horses. We'll have a gummy bear, give one to the horses. One time we had peanut butter no-bake cookies, and we gave one to Taz, and his lips got puffy, and it freaked me out because I was like, does he have like a peanut allergy? And I've never given him anything with peanut butter in it ever again because it freaked me out. Like his mouth got puffy. It's just oats and peanut butter, right? And like some chocolate. But yeah, his muzzle got puffy, and I was like spazzing the fuck out. I was like, oh my God, does he have a peanut allergy? Hi, Mabel. Oh man. Yeah, right, Brooke. Like, so at a show, at a big show, the regional shows, hi Luna, is there, if anybody makes an accusation like, hey, I think their horse has been given something, whether it's to amp them up or to calm them down, one or the other, doesn't matter, one of the two, you can make that accusation, your horse can be tested, and if it comes back, they'll boot you from showing. So yeah, you'll get banned, or you'll get restricted, you'll get kicked out of circuits, you can have points, awards, and like taken from you. So it's not something that's like you don't even joke about it. Like it's a thing. I'm doing good, Luna. Yeah, fines, have to pay fees. Yeah, that's a no bueno, man. You don't want to mess with that stuff. But for us, like, yeah, we'll be outside with like a bag of Sour Patch Kids. We'll just like give one to Taz. He loves Sour Patch. He loves like the strawberries and the butterscotch, but like right before shows or leading up to shows, nope. I don't know how it works, Shelby, to be honest. So at this last show that I was at, so I've been to a few shows, right? And so you get to know people. You know people and you know their horses. So when you know a horse that misbehaves a lot, and you learn their behavior and their horse's behavior, da. And so in particular, there was a horse at this last show that I went to, and I know this horse does not behave well. I know that this horse is not, how do you say that? The horse needs a lot more time with a trainer. And yeah, you can tell when they're aced. ACE is a medication that you give a horse that um, can make the most feral creature kid safe. So anyway, so this one horse in particular, I know it is not well behaved. I know it does not mind its manners. It needs a lot of time with a trainer. It needs a lot of patience. And this last show that I was at, I seen this horse behaving like a beautiful citizen. And I thought, that's interesting. Like, how is that horse so well behaved? That is not a very well behaved horse. That's a horse you move to the other side of the arena when it comes near you because you know it's dangerous. There's no other word for it. It's dangerous. And they're taking it out and they're trying to get it comfortable. I understand. Yes, you have to go through the bad to get to the good. You do. But I'm watching this horse across the arena because I wasn't going near it. And I thought, wow, that thing is a modeled citizen. Like, look at that. Like, look at that horse. And then they turned it around and they started walking it across the arena, and nothing but drool ran out of its mouth. It just strings of drool coming out of its mouth. And I thought, you fucking kidding me. I'm not going to be that person to go make that accusation and whatever. Not my business. It's not my problem. It's not my horse. It's not my trainer. I'm not the owner. I just know I would never do something like that. But that horse turned around and I saw nothing but drool running out of its mouth, and pretty telltale sign that they gave it something. I don't know what they gave it. But they gave it something. Definitely. Not cool. Yeah, you're the bad guy. That's right, Kayla. So it's one of those things. Like, if you're going to make that accusation, you better damn well be positive. Because draw blood, Nicole. They would have somebody draw blood and test it for whatever would be in it. It happens. People drug their horses. I've heard horror stories of horses dying from being overdrugged. Oh, they do pee tests? Yeah, they probably do have some type of urine test, like a stick that they would put in the urine, I guess. Yep. It's terrible. I don't drug my horses. Occasionally I will use calming paste if necessary, but it's legal to use. Like, it's, you buy it at Tractor Supply. It's not common for them to be tested, Kayla. The big shows, they will test them. So like if Harvey goes to the World Show, I think they have to test them. If I feel like they do. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like they have to test them at the World Show. So it's an unfortunate part of the animal industry. People definitely do it. I don't. I'm very proud of Harvey because this last show, the random draw classes to test the winner. We didn't, like, at this last show that Harvey was at, he didn't have earplugs in. He didn't have any calming paste. He wasn't given raspberry leaves. He didn't get, 707, like the magnesium pellets. None of that. None of it. We didn't have anything in his system to like dull the stimuli. Nothing. He raw dogged that whole thing, and he was phenomenal. He wasn't pacing. He wasn't freaking out in his stall. He wasn't screaming and neighing. Like, we took him out and he was lunged in the arena and he was lunged outside a couple times and he was walked around and he was bathed. And oh my gosh, they don't test at Arabian Nationals. That's crazy. Why would one do that knowing there might be a test? Well, they're hoping nobody tests. They're also relying on their reputation. Some people in the industry They get so big on their britches, they feel like they're untouchable and they can do whatever they want because they have friends in places. So, you know, people just do it. I don't think it's fair at all that, they get away with crap like that. But also, if you, like I said, if you're going to make that accusation, you better be right. Yes, money, Shelby, you are correct. Money can buy you a seat at a lot of tables, for sure, especially in the horse world. Do people ever hype their horses up by using something? Yep, people, they'll dose them with caffeine. That's one of the illegal substances you cannot use. It is, Tammy, very much so. Yep, it's the same thing in all sports. People juice their horses just like they juice themselves, like in human sports. It's terrible, but absolutely people do it. Um, you know, in like in the horse community, you see a lot of people pushing their animals for some type of a ribbon or trophy or a whatever, a thing. It's terrible, you know. Yeah, I think it's nuts. Oh yeah, that would make sense, Bree. Having a signed paper if they're on meds. Yeah, nerved tails and ears. So the bigger show horses, they will cut the nerve in the tail so the horse can't pick up their tail. Or they have limited movement of their tail. Because a show horse, you want that tail tucked right between their cheeks and straight down, not moving. So a lot of big show horses will have their tails nerved, which means the nerve is cut. So they have limited mobility in their tails. They used to do it in the ears too. So their ears don't move because horses, you want them to have that perfect headset, ears forward, just picture perfect. So they'll, I don't even know. I don't remember what it is to the ears. I thought it had something to do with freezing, but I've never done it, so it could be wrong. But so they can't move their ears. Oh, I don't know anything about the neck, to be honest, but the tails and the ears used to get done in the high-end show horses. None of my horses have been denerved. I have no intentions on ever doing it, ever. I want my horses to swing at flies, you know. So, because when mine are in the off season, like if mine aren't at shows, they're out in the pasture. Mine are living their best life. Swatting at flies and doing the things. So that's what they're doing. Yeah. So I want them to have full use of their tail. So you'll always see my horses picking their tails up here and there. I also don't have a high-end show horse that can afford to stay in a barn with like air conditioning and stuff. So that, because a lot of those high-end show horses that have that, at least while they're in the show circuits, they're in big, beautiful barns typically with fans and stuff and whatever. So their way of life is much different than what my horse's life would be. There's so much that goes into showing that people don't realize or don't know about. Also, how long have I been live now? Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been live for like ever. I don't even know. I've totally lost track of the time. Typically there's a timer. Oh, there it is. It's an hour and a half. An hour and a half. Holy macaroni. Okay. Well, this was great, but let's call it because I do have to go do things today because I have to finish packing up the trailer and I gotta get Ember up to the grounds today. So I got stuff I got to do. This was great though, guys. We had a wonderful conversation. If you are popping in on this live and you have missed any of it here on Talk, the whole thing is over on Tube and is available for your replay. So if you missed something, you're maybe like, oh, where'd that come from? Or why were they talking about that? Or you had to leave, and then come back or something. Go over to Tube. You can watch the whole thing over again. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much for your encouragement, your support. You sitting here viewing and watching, it all matters and it all makes a difference. Literally. We just appreciate it. So we're going to keep going forward. We're going to keep doing everything we can this year. Right now, our head is above water, barely, but it is above water.
And that's what's important. If I ever get to the point where I start going under the water, I will tell you guys, and, we'll make the right decisions so we don't go underwater. For right now, we are above water. Thank you for everything, seriously. So, I'm going to end on tube here first.